Hey, this is Peter Gurdy, and I just want to take a minute and record this video because we have released, as you can see here at the bottom, we have released version 2.5.1 with some incredible stuff in here, and this will allow you to do much more with Dashnex Pages than before. And so I want to just give you a brief overview of what we have included in this update. So the very first thing I want to show you here is that we are GDPR compliant now. We have here this, as you can see, this widget, and if someone declines, they are going to automatically be redirected to the terms page on your site. So we have, you have your read our toss here, and so if someone just accepts it, it just goes away. But if they decline, they will automatically be taken away from this page to the terms page. So then they can read the terms page and stuff like that. Now, having said that, you are responsible for updating those terms pages yourself, because we are not lawyers. We can't give you an advice in terms of that. So you have to go inside, and the way how you can do it, you can go to your website here. And if I go to my website right here, and if I click, for example, on this demo site, I go to legal pages. Here are all my legal pages, and you can now edit them as you like, and then you just scroll down, you click save, and they are going to be automatically updated, right? Just so you know it needs to be done by you. Nobody else can do it for you. You have to, you can go somewhere online and look for templates and things like that, but it's your responsibility to update these terms pages on your own, right? Now, when we talk about the features, right? We have added a couple of features that will allow you to create different type of pages, literally any kind of page. If you click add a page and you pick the lead generation page, like we have not updated yet this sort of this pop-up that allows you to select, for example, a different kind of page. So it's still going to be called lead generation page. Later on, we will change that, and there will be the third option or fourth option. But right now, you just select lead generation page, and this will open the new page wizard just like before. And this is where we have done some changes. So let's just type in some test page, for example, just some title. Let's select one of the templates. And the first change that we have done is we have now enabled the transparency for the background, text background on the page. So you can now select, for example, zero transparency, which means that if you choose the color white, then the overlay on the page is going to be white. So the text area, the box where you are going to enter the text and embed your video and all of that, it's going to be, white. It's not going to be transparent. So that's number one, right? And then here we have done a few changes as well. So let me just type in some title here, just so I can save this page and demonstrate this to you. So this is our sample page for demo. And so first of all here, one of the things that we wanted to create, and something that I use personally a lot, is webinar replay pages, or they can be also training pages. They can also be a sales pages. And for the webinar replay pages, you probably want to use a video, right? And as you can see right now, you can add the editor. So if you want to add the text, for example, under the subtitle, you can just add an editor here, and you can also add an editor under the video. So for example, you will embed the video, and you can then add the editor here as well. But let's say you want to add the video, and I will just grab this video from here. I will just paste this in here, right? This code, and now we have the video. And let's say you want to have a delay button, so people watch the replay of your webinar or video to a certain point, and only then the call to action button shows up. So for example, you can say, click here to register now. And as you can see, it gives you immediately a couple of things here. You have the background color for the button itself. You have the text font, font size, font color, but then you have the button options. And once you enable these button options, now let me go back for a second. If you don't enable button options, what will happen here is that if you provide the text in here, it's going to display a button similar to this one. And once people are going to click on that, it will trigger the opt-in box, the second step opt-in box, right? Just like you see right now on the page. However, if you enable button options, then that opt-in box won't be triggered, but you can now set, for example, a delay. Let's say I want to have 1 minute delay, and I want my button to go, for example, to instantecomstore.com, for example, and I want that to open in the new window, right? I can now set up this delay button, which is going to count the time 1 minute from the moment we open the page, and then the button will show up, right? So we can select fonts, obviously, and all of that stuff, and then the button is going to show up, right? So that's the second thing, and I will demonstrate this to you in a moment. So now, timers, you just select no timers. Forms, since we are not using opt-in form, you just don't provide anything here and it will stay empty, right? And then the navigation, what we have done with the navigation now is that you can not only at the footer, you can now add additional links like this. You can add, for example, I want, let's say, I don't know, my affiliate link or something like that at the bottom. You can now do this. But you can also do the same thing in the header, in the top navigation. So now, for example, you have the contact page, but you can also add, for example, let's say special offer page, right? And you provide the link like this, and you click save, and now you have this right here, as you can see, right? It's right there, right? So now you have that navigation improved as well. Now let's go to the thank you page. Now, thank you page, previously it was kind of confusing. We have the dynamic thank you page or redirect here, but now you can select none, and this will say that, hey, we don't have a thank you page. We will not generate the thank you page for this because it's really not required. And if you remember, if you go back, since this is a webinar replay page and we have the button here enabled, there is no point to setting up a thank you page because nobody will ever see this, right? And that's it. You provide the meta details if you want to, obviously, and then you can publish the page, right? Click say publish. So now we have the page published. We can click to preview this. And now, as you can see, we have the video, right? So we have the video, and you can see the navigation here at the top as well. We have all the navigation at the bottom as well. Obviously, you can customize that. And now, we can wait for 1 minute, and then the button is going to show up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just pause the video and you will see the button showing up. And here you can see I have not changed the font. So since I have the black background color, I want to change that, to white, and that will immediately solve the problem. And as you can see, the button showed up. So now if we click on this, it will open the new window and it's going to take to the website that we set. And that's how beautiful it is. So now you can absolutely add the text and everything else. And if people refresh the page, it will restart everything. It will restart the counter for the button as well, but the button won't show up until the time is passed. So what you set up here, if we go here inside, what you set up here for the delay in terms of hours and minutes, that's what's going to be set for the button. So the button will show up only after that delay. And you can obviously enable the Facebook comments and Facebook likes as well, and they will show up on the page as well, right? So you'll see they are loading here and will show up. So here is the comments, here is the likes and everything on the page, and the button will show up here just under the video, right? So those are quick changes right now. We are improving Dashnex Pages massively. We will add even more and more features, but this allows you to create sales pages. It allows you to create webinar replay pages, training pages, upsell pages. You can also create a website homepage, right? Because using the what you see is what you get editor, you can, using these editors, basically, you can add any kind of code, Like right now, obviously, we are in an early stage in terms of, adding templates for, let's say, webinar registrations, or adding templates for, local business sites and things of that nature. Those are going to come later. We are improving massively, but if you are familiar with HTML codes and all of that stuff, or you have some designer who can do it, then you can pretty much create anything on this platform right now. You just add the headline at the top, and then through this editor, you can customize everything however you want. And as you can see, the button is showing up nicely under the video, and obviously you can enable the timers here as well. For example, personalized timer in any style you want, customize everything, set delays, and there will be the timer showing up as well automatically, right? And so you have now a bunch of different options. I already visited this page, that's why it's not showing up, but you will have a bunch of different variations and ways how to create pages that converts and make sure that you can accomplish your goals with your business. So start to play around, give us a feedback, let us know how you like these improvements and what exactly you would like to see for us to add more, so you can start to set up all those pages without any hustle whatsoever.